The U.S. Supreme Court has handed President Donald Trump another major immigration victory, ruling that his administration can move ahead with ending temporary protected status, or TPS, for thousands of Haitian and Syrian migrants. The 60-day decision clears the way for the Department of Homeland Security to revoke deportation protections for around 350,000 Haitians and 6,000 Syrians, potentially exposing them to removal of the U.S. TPS allows people from countries affected by war, natural disaster, or other extraordinary crisis to live and work legally in the United States while conditions remain unsafe in their home countries. TPS protects its holders from deportation. Haiti received TPS designation after the devastating 2010 earthquake, while Syria was added in 2012 following the outbreak of civil war. The dispute carries potentially wide implications affecting 1.3 million immigrants from all 17 countries currently designated for TPS. And according to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, apart from 350,000 Haitians and 6,100 Syrians, the U.S. has granted temporary protected status to people from El Salvador, Ethiopia, Lebanon, Somalia, Sudan, South Sudan, Ukraine, and Yemen, among other countries. Washington has revoked TPS to people from Afghanistan, Nepal, Somalia, Myanmar, and Venezuela. Lawyers representing TPS holders argue that both Haiti and Syria remain unsafe due to widespread violence, political instability, and humanitarian crisis. The Supreme Court ruling could have implications beyond Haiti and Syria, affecting more than 1 million TPS beneficiaries from 17 countries. And this as the Trump administration continues efforts to roll back humanitarian immigration protections. Guantanamo Bay, located approximately 321 kilometers from Haiti, has historically served as a migrant center to accommodate and process migrants before repatriating them to Haiti or another country. While Democrats and immigrant advocacy groups condemned the ruling, warning it could leave thousands of people who have lived and worked legally in the U.S. for years vulnerable to deportation.
The Supreme Court decision to terminate TPS for Haiti and Syria is a total betrayal of our nation's commitment and values. This is no longer a Supreme Court. This is a rubber stamp. That's all it is. It's a rubber stamp for this crooked president. Hundreds of thousands of people who hold legal status registered with the government. They trusted the process. Now they face being torn from their families and sent back to very dangerous conditions. Nothing about this decision makes us safer or stronger. It's just plain cruel.
New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani also condemned the ruling, pointing out his wife is of Syrian descent and saying that New York City will do everything in its power to fight back this ruling.
The people of New York City are going to show up for you. As we face down a Supreme Court ruling that just opened the door to fear, instability, and the threat of deportation for so many, New York City will do everything in our power to fight back. This is a city where we look out for our neighbors, where we don't let those who are afraid of what makes this city great try to divide us, where we reject a politics of fear. Now, they may traffic in cruelty, yet we will lead with something even more powerful than that: solidarity.
Supporters of the Trump administration argue that TPS was always intended to be a temporary program and that courts should not interfere with executive decisions on immigration and foreign policy.
Do you expect the administration to deport anyone who loses TPS status as a result of this ruling?
Well, of course, if you no longer have status in this country, then you're supposed to be deported. And in particular, in the case of the Haitians, the Biden administration flew over vast numbers. Hard to know the exact number, but probably more than 1 million illegal immigrants from Haiti. And that's not counting the border crossings into the United States. So these are people who've only been here for a few months, who are receiving welfare, whose all their ties, all their social connections, all their family is back in their home country of Haiti. And of course, that's where they should go.
Does that mean more ICE deployments?
The decision marks the latest in a series of Supreme Court rulings strengthening executive authority over immigration policy and delivers another legal victory for Trump's broader effort to tighten immigration enforcement.
The Supreme Court decided that the Trump administration acted within its authority when it ended temporary legal protections for immigrants from Haiti and Syria, about 350,000 Haitians and 6,000 Syrians. But really, this decision could have a much bigger impact. It could affect all 1.3 million people from 17 countries who are covered by temporary protected status, TPS, which allows the Homeland Security Secretary to let people remain in the United States with work authorizations in increments of up to 18 months if they deem it unsafe for return due to a natural disaster like an earthquake or civil strife.